Hi, my name is Dr. Jill Crystal, and I am here today with all of the characters from Kimochis to talk about a feeling that I know lots of us are feeling in a really big way right now, and that is feeling sad. There are a number of things to be feeling sad about right now, but sad, like all of our feelings, is something that using some tools and using some activities that we're going to do today, we're going to work to help make really big sad feel smaller. So I'm going to be using all of the Kimochis feeling pillows, but if you don't have those where you are, what you can do is go to www.kimochis.com, that's KIMOCHIS.com, and you can download from their website the feelings chart. And that has all of the same feelings that I have in my basket. And what you can do then is just take it and glue it to a piece of construction paper, and then you can cut them out, and then you will have all of the same feelings, that I have in my basket. And so you'll be able to do all of the different activities that I'm going to show you today. And another thing that you can do is when kids are in my office, very often they will make their own feelings, because not every single feeling is in the Kimochis Feeling Pillows basket, because there's a whole lot of feelings out there. And so something else that I did is I just traced this, and now I can cut these out and use those to make my own additional feelings pillows. So a final thing to know is that you might want an adult, if you're doing this on your own, to be here to help you with some of the activities. Not that they're complicated, but you might want to have someone to talk to as you do these activities, because we're going to be thinking and offering some time to chat about the different things that we're doing. And you also might want to start and stop this video, whatever way works for you. So let's get started. So the first thing to think about is, what are the things that are making you sad? And so if you have a piece of paper and a marker, let's just write down the different things that are making you feel sad right now. I know that a lot of my sad feeling is coming from COVID and this virus that just kind of is here and doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. So I'm feeling COVID sad about a lot of different things. I can't travel, I can't give people hugs, I have to think and plan more before going to the grocery store, and those things make me feel sad. So when we think about our sad feeling, I also want you to think about the fact that, well, let me ask you this question. Did you know that feelings are physical? We feel our feelings inside of us, and it's really important and helpful to think about where and how we are feeling our different feelings. So with a sad feeling, very often we can see sad and feel sad in our faces, right? We look very much like the sad Kimochi. And we might have tears coming down, our mouths might droop. But also, when we feel sad, our bodies may slump more. Our shoulders may go down. And we also might feel it somewhere in our tummy or in our chest. Sometimes people will say, my heart hurts. So I want you just to take a minute and think about, where do you feel you're sad? And to also know that sad and all of our feelings can have size. So just think about, when you're feeling sad, how big is it? Is it kind of small, or is it really big? And I know my feelings go back and forth. Some days my sad is kind of small, but some days, like when I know that I'm not going to be able to see somebody I want to see, my sad can get really big. Also, feelings have weight, and I have this big, it may not look that heavy, but this is a cookbook, and that I pulled out the other day, and I was surprised by how heavy it is, and my sad feelings can really weigh me down. And so maybe take a look around your room and see both something that might show how big your sad feeling can get and how heavy it might be. How much do those feelings weigh you down when you have them? I had somebody in my office, a boy once, who went over to the sofa and tried to lift it up, and that's how big his feeling was. So think about the size, the weight, even the shape of the feeling that you might be having. Okay. So now the other thing that I want to think about is that very often our feelings don't just come with one feeling. Very often we're feeling many things or a number of different things at the same time. So what I'd like you to do now is to go and find a bowl and a mixing spoon. And if you're using these feelings, it could be a little bowl and a little spoon. But we're going to make some feeling soup. And so what I'd like you to do is to think about all the feelings you might be having in addition to feeling sad. So I'm going to put sad into my bowl. But I know when I think about COVID, it makes me feel also frustrated, mad. My family would tell you it can make me feel quite cranky at times. And sometimes when I watch too much news, I can feel sort of scared. And it's definitely making me feel sleepy. So what feelings are you having in addition to sad? And I just want you to stir them around in your bowl of soup and notice them. And maybe talk to those different feelings. Not talk to the feelings, but talk about the feelings that you're having to someone who is close to you, someone who is going to listen and share their feelings with you too. And so just to notice those feelings. But also, we have so many things that we can do with our feelings. We aren't just stuck with these feelings. So what I want you to do now is to dump those feelings out and think about feelings that you'd enjoy having more, feelings that you'd like to feel more of. So I know that I would like to be feeling a little bit more silly. I would like to have something to look forward to, so I'd like to feel more excited. I've kind of been not reaching out to people so much, so I could use a little bit more friendly. I also know that doing things for other people helps you to feel better about within yourself. And so I think I'd like to do some kind things. I'd like to be feeling more kind. And finally, I'd like to feel more hopeful, because I'd like to feel hopeful that things are going to get better, that we're going to be able to go back to school in some way, that we're going to be able to travel in ways that keep us safe, and that we're going to be able to go back to doing things that we used to do. And so now I'd like you to stir this around and just to notice those feelings. And then to pick one out. And we know that there are things that we can do that can make our hard to feel feelings, or feelings we don't enjoy feeling so much, smaller, and the feelings we do enjoy feeling bigger. So what I would like you to do is to think about, what can you do to help make more of these feelings that you would like to feel more of? What can you do to get those into your life? So friendly, for example. I know that I could reach out and set up a Zoom call with a couple of my friends who I haven't been in touch with in a while. And not only will that be a friendly thing to do, it will also allow me to feel happy. My happy feeling is in here somewhere, but it's a little bit buried right now. There we go. So that will help me feel happy, which will help make my sad feeling a little bit smaller. So another activity that we can do is called sandwiches. So we can take the hard to have feeling, like sad, and we can sandwich it between two feelings that allow us to feel better. So even though I'm feeling sad, I do know that when I'm at home, when I'm out and wearing my mask, when I'm washing my hands, that I'm doing things that can keep me feeling safe and allow me to feel safe. And then I know whatever feelings I'm having, that I'm always feeling loved. And so I can sandwich my sad feelings in between these other two feelings and help myself to feel better. So the final thing that I want to think about is, I'm going to use my friend Bug over here. And these are all different Kimochis characters. And each character has things that it's really good at and things that it is struggling with. And my friend Bug here has these lovely wings that when she's feeling brave, she tucks her brave inside of her pocket. Come on, brave, in you go. And her wings come out and she can fly. Lots of times, though, during COVID, Bug has felt quite scared. And it is totally understandable to have these two quite different feelings at the same time. And so when Bug is scared, her wings go right inside. And when she's feeling brave, out they come. And so I'm hoping that these activities will help you feel better and feel like Bug's gonna put on her mask and she feels brave and a little bit more happy and feeling ready to go out in the world. And I hope it's the same for you. Thanks so much. Bye.